This would tie it.
He got it! He got it!
And guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a three to extend the game, and the young fella delivered.
Yes, he did. A clutch shot, and really what I like, guys, there was no hesitation. He shot it freely and with confidence. As a result, we're headed to overtime.
Start of overtime just upon us as they get ready for the jump ball. And it's Chicago to start out. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Shabazz Muhammad is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the 5 spot. Now here's Muhammad for 3, Durant, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Bulls shooting inefficient, 53% from the field. Butler kicks to Harris. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Gasol, a screen on Durant. Durant with the steal. By himself, hammers it home to polish off the break.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
We're just over a minute into overtime here. Westbrook kicks to Cantor, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, G.A. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting them get all the way to the basket that time.
Well, it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
And Chicago has possession, following the score by Oklahoma City.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it, I might have.
Stolen by Westbrook. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
He hushed him up with that shot.
Well, a huge bucket there to stifle the crowd. You're right.
Yeah, very little to cheer about for them at the moment.
Harris misses. The Thunder have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. It's Westbrook with the drive. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Butler. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation. Take a look at what Butler's done. 9 points, and the contribution from the line for him, he's made 5 free throws.
And he hasn't been afraid to draw a little bit of contact on his way to the basket. Some guys shy away from that.
Now here's Westbrook. Dishes it to Muhammad. Pulls up. High post. Moves back up. And so he draws the foul on the shot. And trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 2-point ball game.
And he's got such a smooth stroke, and it never changes, even in this kind of a high-pressure situation.
Gasol inside. Ibaka on him. The 10-footer. Count it! A huge shot to tie it up.
Somebody set a fire under Pau Gasol.
Westbrook kicks to Muhammad. Back to Westbrook. Yes!
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Harris. It's good. This game is all even.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And with another overtime period here, we've got more terrific basketball coming your way right now. Chicago with the ball.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Gasol against Ibaka. Gobert with a screen for Rondo. Butler in the corner. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. And 12 points for Jimmy Butler.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
And I love the mentality that they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing it. They're moving it side to side until they finally get the one they want.
And Gasol sends it back. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Oh! Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays
Man,
up.
you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
Butler against Durant. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot two. That's good from Durant. He makes one of two that time.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics. And at least as I look at it. He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Okay, fans, now coming on the court are your Lavables. Make some noise and cheer them on.
Here is Durant. And stolen by Butler. Oh, and here we go with Rondo. Nobody back. Another shot. And Gasol with the lay-in. And now an 8-point Bulls lead.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
There's a screen by Cantor. And that's good. Kevin Durant for free.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Got it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Harris kicks to Gobert. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Memphis. Durant against Butler. Here's Cantor. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Gobert. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It's on Kevin Durant.
Checking out the game Rudy Gobert is having. He has 8 points and a steal. He's shown some flash with his passing and some grit with his board work.
Yeah, not a combination that too many players in our league possess.
Thunder trailing by 8. It's Durant with the drive. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Durant's got 20.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
The offensive rebound. Gasol kicks to Harris. Back to Gasol. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's Muhammad. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Clark, no room for error
Kevin,
here.
got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
Screen by Ibaka. Payne passes to Ibaka. The three-pointer off the mark. And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
But there was no time really to be selective. Stopping the clock was the priority.
2 shots.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in.
No time to spare. They need a bucket.
Without question. Then maybe a steal or a foul to get the clock stopped as well.
Payne can't hit. And he commits the intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Clark, a double overtime game can really take its toll on the players, and after this one, the officials, the fans, everyone's going to have to take a needed rest.
Yeah, exactly. But I tell you what, they showed me the heart of a champion here in this one.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, you absolutely torched them from the outside tonight. Did you feel like you could hit from just about anywhere on the court?
As weird as this sounds, at this point, I gotta say yes. Sometimes you just get so in the zone, you feel everything coming off your hands is going in. So I got to that point tonight. I hope I can find it again sometime soon.
Well done. Kevin, a young man, always looking for more.
All right, Doris, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. It was nothing short of a professional offensive clinic he put on today. He hit shots from every place he took them, and he took a lot of them to score more than 50 points.
He was literally unstoppable tonight, Ernie. Those defenders that were trying to guard him are going to have nightmares tonight. He put on a clinic on how to break down the defense. With that kind of performance, it's going to be hard to repeat it.
One thing that stood out to me was his contribution from deep. We know he can hit the 3-ball, but we saw him do a lot more damage than normal, and that really opened up the game.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.